Hey folks, Aaron here. Welcome back to an anime review. Today we're looking at episode 2 of Love is Like After the Rain. Oh, that was actually an adorable episode. Even I'll admit, that was so cute. I really do love it. So I love that, Tachibana showed her running prowess today. And even though she's injured, she could run very fast. And as her friend said, it's like when she runs, she looks like she's cutting through the air. And that's why I love the background they used for that, where she's legit running and all you see in the background was just the sky. I thought that was such a nice way of doing it. But in the process of doing that, she got hurt and it got, Mr. Kondo a little worried. He had to go and take her to a local clinic to make sure she was okay. And, she was able at least to straight out the fact that she doesn't like the dude that just joined the staff at the restaurant because, he's like, oh, isn't that your boyfriend? I thought that was your boyfriend. He's like, no, how could you think that? She flipped out. I love that. I noticed also a lot of people like to say I'm sorry in this show. Like, legit, I get because the mannerisms are supposed to be, everyone's apologizing for the loud noises and all that. But it's very funny because, I mean, the settings are all in, there are restaurants and also the clinics and stuff like that where having really loud noises would be, inconveniencing other people, the patrons. So I like how they do that. I think it's a nice touch to the show. But, it was such an adorable episode because I think for the fact that we see Tachibana and Kondo get closer. And that's something that I think for a lot of people they want to see. They wanted to see if these two could work together because of the fact that, like I said before in my first review, there is an age gap. It's a considerable age gap, You have one who's 18 years old and the other one that's, I think, in his 40s? It's considerable. But the thing is that I also had a lot of discussions with people in my first video and, they were all saying that it is a little bit taboo, yes, but at the same token, it's not done in a very creepy manner, and I agree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. I just say that, I want you guys to understand that I'm not saying it's taboo per se. I'm just saying that the concept, at least in America, for example, in this case you're watching this in Japan or if you're watching this overseas, is that such a large age gap in general out here is kind of a very scary thing. I mean, usually the max you can get without issues from anyone is like 10 years. So, like, if, for example, you were a 30-year-old dating a 20-year-old, you probably won't get too much flack. You still get some interesting looks, but you won't get a lot of flack for it. But when you start ebbing into, like, stuff where you're 40 and the other person's 20, it looks weird. It does, and I understand why, because, if you think about it, that person's 50, that the person could be 30, that person's 60, it's going to be a huge amount of time difference between the two. And for most people, that's usually seen as a kind of awkward thing, especially like I said in the East. It's just in general in the United States when you see that, it's usually a sign of either A, the person's being manipulated, or B, it is romance, but it's just a very odd romance. So you take it for what it is. But I'm not saying it's not cute, because I even will agree that Tachibana and Kondo, there's something about their chemistry together that just makes them so adorable at the same time. The scene with the whole thing at the restaurant, for example, really pushed that on me because I love the fact that, when she finally admitted that she liked him, he didn't take it that way. He didn't take it like, oh, you love me. No, he took it like, oh, I'm so happy you like me. I thought you hated me, because legit, we see Tachibana so far, even the first and second episode, acting kind of cold towards Kondo. It's not that in a bad way, but more so just, in a laissez-faire way where you don't know if she really has any care to this dude. And for a manager, he's picking up on that. He's seeing her like, oh, okay, maybe she doesn't like me. Maybe she thinks I'm weird. Because everyone else there thinks he's weird for the most part. But lo and behold, now he was so happy. And that ending sequence made me laugh so hard where, he's like, I'm so happy. Hey, let's order more food and hang out longer, okay? I'll get you more food. And that was so adorable. I thought that was really, really nice. I love that. But, in general, this week's episode was very strong. I liked it. It did show that Tachibana, like I said before, is a good runner, but yes, because of her injury, she can't run track and field. And I do find it curious because I want to see more about Tachibana's current area situation, because as Kondo pointed out, she lives in a very busy area where it has a whole bunch of different restaurants, different places to go to. What made her choose that area in particular to go work at? We see that it's pretty far away from her house. I mean, she has to take a train that goes through several different stops to get to her job when she probably could have found work nearby. So I'm curious why that is, and I feel like probably the further episodes will explain what's going on there. And I just want to see, I want to see Kondo and Tachibana get closer as a couple. I do want them to become a couple at this point. I just want to see, because I don't think it's a thing done very often in anime to have a mature relationship like this. And not in a way that's creepy or very hentai-esque, because there are other shows that do that. they're full on, you know, nudity shows where, you know, like for example, I think the teacher with the student one, that was the most ridiculous. And I'm not talking about the more recent one that's supposed to be airing soon, where it's gonna be like, you know, the girl's like 25 years old but acting as a student. No, I mean like the one that the girl is legit dating a student, and that was very hentai-esque. And I really didn't care for that show too much. I didn't finish it all yet. I will finish it all eventually, but you know, stuff like that I don't think it's really cute. I think it's just more just like, it's supposed to be a kind of fetish fantasy type thing. But what did you guys think about this week's episode? I would love to hear from you in the comments below, as always. Guys and girls, if you like this review, think about hitting the subscribe button and sharing the video and liking the video, of course. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great, blessed day, everyone. God bless you all. Bye-bye, everyone.